Welcome back to Magic Tarot. This is Jasmine with a 3-card spread. This is for the zodiac sign of Taurus for September. The zodiac sign of Taurus for September. I have pre-shuffled my cards, and I have 3 cards here for you. We have the 10 of Swords in the reverse. We have the King of Cups in the reverse, and then we have the Hermit in the reverse. Okay, let's get started with the first one. Sorry, I'm going to prop up my cards this way. Okay. Now, for the first one, this card indicates the end of a cycle. So usually when it's in the upright position, you've come to the end of a karmic cycle or the end of some kind of cycle. You see how he's laying dead there with all the swords in his back. So when it's in the reverse, it's in the passing. Okay, so this could indicate Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. I'm seeing that you probably ended a cycle either of marriage, relationship, friendship, or, maybe someone at your job with a Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. Perhaps you got a divorce with a Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius, and you were like it was really traumatic for you. I'm seeing that maybe you got a divorce and it was a long struggle, but you finally come to the end of it. The divorce is final, and now you can move on. Because now you're beginning to see the light at the end of the tunnel, is what I'm hearing. I'm seeing someone that's having steady improvement in health. This month in September, you were really, really sick. I'm also seeing a lot of people coming out of rehab with a clean slate. I'm hearing clean slate. Maybe you were drug addicted or alcohol addicted or some kind of addiction, and you're coming out of rehab with a clean slate in the month of September. I'm also seeing someone that's addicted to other people or food, and you're coming out of that with a clean slate. I'm seeing someone having bariatric surgery because you were addicted to food, and you're going to do well with that. You're going to lose weight as long as you stick to the program. If you don't stick to the program, then it won't work for you. Because I know there's certain guidelines with that. You have to stick to certain foods, exercise, and stuff like that, because it doesn't come off by itself. That's not a miracle surgery. A lot of people think it is, but it's not. That's just a tool to help you along your way, but you still have to do the work. Okay. Yeah, so I'm seeing a lot of people being released again from prison, some kind of jail, some kind of restriction. They're going to be released with a clean slate as well. I am seeing, if you were involved with a Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius, I am seeing this person trying to come back, maybe to apologize or tell you that they want to start over. And this time they're going to be serious. They're going to tell you why they did what they did, and you're going to be kind of shocked a little bit, but I probably wouldn't trust them. Okay, so now let's move on to the next card, which is the King of Cups. So when all this happened, this is how you're feeling. The King of Cups is a person that's sitting on his throne. He's happy. He's got his cup full of love and all that. And even though things are turbulent around him, you see how the water is turbulent, he still can sit happily on his throne. Okay, and that's how you were before this relationship over here, or this problem you had over here. But when everything went crazy, you got turned upside down. Okay, so that's what I'm seeing with the King of Cups. So now that you're done with that, or during that time, it had left you feeling like you were being tossed around, your emotions were being tossed around, everything was unsteady. Conditions around you were unsteady. You weren't sure whether to go or come. You weren't sure who you could trust. You kind of felt like you didn't have no control over your family or your home, because of the environment. The environment was kind of volatile with this person or this friend or whoever it was that was around you. The environment was emotionally volatile, and you didn't have no sense of perspective. You didn't know if you were coming or going. I'm also seeing someone that suffered a loss, which is this loss over here, because this card is telling me the same thing. You acted, or the other person acted, moody and detached. Yeah, so with that, it's best to let that energy pass. And if that person is trying to come back to you, I most likely wouldn't talk to him. I mean, it's up to you what you want to do. But if it was me, I wouldn't talk to that person. Because it is showing that in the beginning, this person was moody, detached. They didn't want to talk about, you know, their feelings. They weren't telling you the truth about stuff. Or, you know, whoever you were involved with. It could have been a Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, or a Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. But whoever you were involved with, this person was not telling you the truth about stuff. They weren't being honest. They were being detached, moody, angry. And that's what caused the breakup. That's what made you want to move away, get away, or cause a divorce or whatever, because they weren't telling the truth. So you weren't happy. You were feeling like really emotional, and you felt like you had no control in your home because you couldn't figure out what was going on with your relationship or with this friend or whoever it was that was next to you acting this kind of way. Okay, so when you get this card, it's telling you to kind of slow down and, you know, think about what it is that you really want. You know, face your problems with maturity is what it's telling you, and just think about what it is that you want. Let's move on to the next card. Okay, so here we have the Hermit in the reverse. So you had went into the Hermit mode, or the other person went into the Hermit mode. Okay, so when you're in the Hermit mode, that means, I'm seeing Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn with this card, but when you're in the Hermit mode, that means you've gone off by yourself to think. And most likely that was you. After all this happened here, you went off to think, decide what it is that you want to do. Because that's how the Hermit is. He's high up on a hill, and he's got his head hanging, and he's by himself. He wants to be by himself so he can think about what it is his next step is going to be. But it's in the reverse. So that means that he's coming out of that. So that shows that you're coming out of it now. You've already decided what you want to do. And now you kind of felt like no one was listening to you during that time. You felt alone. You felt like you were in the dark. You couldn't balance things out. Or maybe that person was feeling that way. You felt like no one was paying attention to you. And if you get involved with this person again, I'm seeing that history will repeat itself. And if you refuse to learn from the past, or refuse to learn from your past experiences, then you can most likely repeat the same cycle again. Because over here it says the cycle has ended. Okay, but when this person comes back in and you go back to this person again, you're going to repeat the same cycle. So this card here is reminding you that if you're not listening to your own advice, or if you're not listening to the advice of others, or learning from the lesson, that you're going to repeat the same cycle again. History will repeat itself again and again and again until you learn the lesson of what this karmic cycle is trying to tell you, which is time to let go. Okay? So if you refuse to learn from the past, again, I'm seeing that you will repeat history, or history will repeat itself. Also, when the Hermit is in the reverse, he or she tends to daydream. Like, you might be daydreaming about what used to be. I'm seeing that you might be thinking about what used to be, or how things used to be, and you want them back. But since the cycle ended, it's not good to go back. So you need to let go of that idea and push forward. Because you got other things coming, but they can't come in if you're going to hang on to what no longer serves you. So you need to continue to move forward, let go of the past, and let the future come in. Because I do see some stuff coming in for you. But you got to get past this phase first. Alright, so this is a general reading for all Tauruses. If it doesn't resonate with you, that's fine. Come back for another reading. I am doing personal readings now. I'll leave my email down below with the instructions if you're interested. Please like, share, and subscribe. I need some subscribers. And I will see you next time. Bye-bye.